Hi everyone, it's Bella of Embody Wellness from Brazil, and I'm here to share some of my newest insights into healthy, purposeful living with Pleasurable Wellness. And today's video it has to do with an adventure that I had yesterday, a rather dangerous adventure when I ventured into the wilderness and got chased by the wasps. And here is a clear sign of my risk taking. And my question, the question that I wanted to pose to everyone is whether risk taking and whether living with adventure has or is an important part of wellness and finding your purpose. And for me, that answer is a resounding yes. Now, why is that? There are a number of reasons why risk taking and having an adrenaline rush in your life is so important for not only your health, but also for aligning yourself with who you really are and finding your purpose. And let me explain how that works. There are three mechanisms actually. One of them has to do with habit. So when we're not taking risks, sorry, I was about to fall. When we're not taking risks and when we are living the same routines day in, day out, going to work, taking the same road. On the way back, we go to the same grocery store. We eat the same foods. What happens is our brain just goes into our autopilot, right? Because that's its way of conserving energy. If you're doing the same things, it's not gonna, try to be aware all the time, to be conscious all the time. If it could just do the shortcut and go on autopilot. That state of living is really also a way of our bodies sort of going into a little bit of a shutdown mode. It's not really aware. It's not really, instinctually awake. You don't feel the enthusiasm, the energy, because you're just going through the motions. And even the smallest changes can actually make a big difference. So taking a different road on the way to work, or instead of eating your eggs sunny side up, all of a sudden having scrambled eggs. Maybe you don't watch TV as much and you read books more. Those small changes make a huge difference in the way that your body makes those shifts and becomes more aware and conscious. And why is that important? Because your body actually starts paying attention. It's more alive. It needs to be utilizing more energy, but at the same time it's producing more energy, so you feel more awake, you feel more alive, and you actually are given those hormones like adrenaline to give you that rush to deal with those new stimuli that you are bringing into your life. So if you're really afraid of talking to strangers, maybe you make it a point every day to speak to that gorgeous looking guy on the street, or if you don't really like children, you go up to a child and say, hi, how are you doing? And those things that feel uncomfortable to you, they make you more aware. And being aware is actually one of the best ways to tap into that energy of authentic living. And what is it that drives me? What are my desires? Who am I really? On a physical level, getting away from habit is really important too, because when you are in that automated mode, you're not getting the dose of adrenaline, you're not really getting that rush of feel-good hormones that comes after taking a risk as well. And so you're depriving your brain from a number of different neurochemicals to keep it active. So when you are able to take risks, and when you are able to feel the adrenaline rush and to feel the feel-good hormones after taking that risk, your body gains a sort of superpower. When I was attacked by the wasps, I all of a sudden became faster, more aware. I was really aware of my surroundings, and I knew exactly what to do to get out of there. So during that moment, even though it might have not been the smartest risk-taking strategy, but that gave me the necessary adrenaline to supply me with the energy that I needed. it also goes back to the way that we were wired, right? Ancestrally, we were living in the caves or wherever on the trees, and we were constantly surrounded by stimuli. We were constantly needed to avoid danger or encounter new situations, know how to assess them. And when we are only surrounding ourselves with the same stimuli, they stop being stimuli, actually. They just become habits, and we get stuck in that. And what's interesting is that our habits sit within our brain in different behaviors sit in one region of our brain. So if you, let's say, brush your teeth with your right hand, and all of a sudden you try to brush your hands with your left hand, your brain, where a number of different behaviors are collectively sitting, all of a sudden it might shift. That small change might shift a whole bunch of different behaviors, and your body might be like, wait, why was I working at that work that I hate? And why am I with this person I don't really like? So those behaviors are all interconnected. So changing small things will actually create a chain of reactions in your life. It's when you come out of that comfort zone that the universe sort of starts to conspire and help you out and in achieving your dreams, right? If you're sitting at your home and you're not really stepping out, you're not seeking the things that might scare you, but at the same time might be of interest to you, there's no way that your desires will ever come true, right? They're not going to come knocking at your door. So you have to go looking for them. And that's one of the reasons that, stepping out of your comfort zone, living more adventurously, doing things that you would not normally do, and saying, wait, who told me that I couldn't? I'm married and I was told that I'm not supposed to go out dancing alone. Why is that, belief in my head? Maybe I should question that, because I really enjoy dancing and my husband doesn't. Or, why is it that I'm so unhappy at my work, even though everyone told me, and I always thought that, becoming a professional and having a great career, getting paid a lot is all I need to be happy. So questioning those things and taking risks, starting with small ones and, kind of going up the ladder of risk taking, you start discovering your true authentic self. You start discovering what you truly came here to do, your purpose in life. And at the same time, you acquire this energy of the adventure jolt, right? That you get, the adrenaline rush that makes you much more motivated, much more energized, and excited to live your life.